Sit back and relax. What's poppin', my people? Good morning, good afternoon, and good motherfucking night, depending on what time you watching this, what time of the day. Hopefully somebody watching, and I ain't just talking to this camera, talking to my goddamn self. You know, I got my little magic wand, and I'm just here ready to have conversations, man. I just want to talk about my journey. I've been through a lot, as we all do. We all go through a lot. And this ain't no sad story. This just more of a grander story. This coming from being a man, you know, learning a lot of things on my own. I don't want to say first generation homeowner, but I'm a first generation single father homeowner right now as far as me and my father, what we have dealt with. You know, men used to having women around, which helps. We both work together. We help each other out. And that's how I moved out my house. You know, I first moved out my mom's house. I was like 18, 19 years old. Did it with my BM or whatever. So, of course, I felt like the man. I felt tough. I was the man of the house. Not necessarily tough, but ego, and just felt like I knew more than I really knew. So, fast forward, more relationships, more roommates with friends and stuff like that, until I finally had to get my own. After knowing I'm faking, you know, commitment, not faking, but it's hard for me. I'm still young, you know, and it's hard for me to basically turn down women over and over and basically try to be this faithful husband type of guy. That was hard for me at a young age. Moved out at 18, 19 because we don't have nothing. Us coming from the black community, when we turn 19, you know, our parents don't have a house for us. You know, I didn't have credit. I didn't understand credit. And my father really didn't understand how to necessarily get me in a house or apartment myself. One thing I remember and will never forget, he took me to go fill out for an apartment. And my dad actually said he was going to co-sign for me. So I'm trying to learn this and figure this out, see where he going with this. But when we got there, they was basically like, you know, we need the lease to your house because you're about to move. You got to show us that you're moving because you have to live with him. And my father didn't really like understand all that. He like, damn, okay, so I got to go another route. So that in that moment, I looked at my father like, okay, he's not necessarily a superhero when it comes to all of this stuff. When it comes to business, getting me out of this situation, I have to figure this out and learn myself. And no diss towards my parents. One thing that they didn't have is the information highway. We got now with the internet, social media, YouTube University. It's so much things you can learn and just hit the ground running. And basically that's what I've done. This year I basically got my first apartment, you know, with working with one of my brothers, one of my homies. He had a 6 unit. He ended up letting me get a unit. I was ended up paying $1,200 a month. It was kicking my butt. And it was during the pandemic, so he didn't want me to smoke weed in the house. So right now, I'm in that moment, I'm stressing. I'm working on basically getting my own apartment. And let me sit back and look if I can get the camera more. Working on getting my own apartment, and I'm working on getting my own house. I'm living in my first apartment, and I got my homie who's basically my landlord telling me what I can and can't do, and how the other tenants is feeling about the way I'm moving as far as smoking weed, or, you know, I'm a barber, so I'm cutting hair, people coming in and out. And it was just like, man, I just need my own thing to hit the ground running. So fast forward to now, let me try to adjust this a little bit. I just want like my head to be in there too, no homo on the head. Push that back a little bit. Yeah. Keep it right there, like that, I guess. I think so. That might be better. You know, y'all let me know what's the better angle. Can you hear me from this angle? I got the microphone on the camera, but I don't really have a mic, so I don't know. But fast forward, basically to the closing process of me getting my first house. It was a stringent process, basically. I wanted to get a 2-flat or 3-flat, basically, to have an income generator property, and that was very hard in my budget. I was only approved for like $168,000. In my head, I got approved for that was a lot of money, $168,000. I'm about to have an amazing piece of property. But everything they was showing me as far as 2-flats, it needed a lot of work. Nothing was newly rehabbed, nothing was fresh. It was just like stressful to go in these small apartments that was smaller than the apartments I was used to living in. And say, I'm gonna buy this building and I'm gonna live in this tiny apartment. Basically, so yeah, so the builder was messed up. I really didn't understand the construction and really what to do. So moving on along, I ended up going for the single family home. I told my realtor at the time, he was sending me 90 different listings, 90 different. I'm like, bro, this is too much. After you've been going on this journey with me, you know what I like, you kind of know what I want. At this time, I'm out of town because I'm still trying to have fun, keep my mind fresh, and still close on this property. Not spend too much money, have fun, close on this property. Not to mention the credit part. I guess that's probably a whole nother video because I don't want to keep jumping props. So the credit process is a whole nother thing. Had to get my credit right. So basically the credit family right, money found in the bank. Looked at about least 10 different messed up two-flats. So I tell my realtor, I'm gonna get this single family home, pick out 3 or 4. When I come home from out of town to this weekend, I wanna go look at all these 3 or 4 properties you chose, and I'm basically choosing one. Long story short, money was running out from paying rent. Right now my mortgage is cheaper than what I was paying the rent. So money was running out, tired of paying rent, tired of getting told what to do. Like, damn, like, I finally got my own. I'm not living with a female no more. I'm not living with a roommate, so I gotta consider my friend. I'm not living with my parents, and I still don't feel free. So long story short, that added to pressure to what happened when I purchased this house. And what happened was, it was pretty. It was pretty. They brought me here. It was in the wintertime. It was cold, snowing. And fresh painted walls, brand new floors, brand new appliances, marble backdrops and countertop tables and stuff like that, countertops. So, you know, I did my, slight due diligence. A lot of things was fixed, so a lot of stuff my inspector couldn't tell me. When we went to go look at the two-flat, he was showing me different beams that was molded and rusted and different things like that. But when it comes to this single family, everything was newly finished. We probably would have had to tear the down walls or whatever. So I end up buying the house. Right now I'm probably like within 1/9 of the house, and right now I'm having leaks in my ceiling. That's one thing I should have did better. I made a huge mistake. I remember the inspector telling me that I had patches on the ceiling, on the roof, and basically I assumed he said I had a warranty and something about to talk to the seller about the warranty. To be honest, as I look back on it, I didn't take in all that information, the correct way. I was just still on the half. Okay, I'm closing on this. Like, let's close. Like, yeah, man. So long story short, the roof started leaking. I'm having issues with plumbing, a bunch of different issues. And as I'm getting different things fixed, money running out, I'm stressing. I'm still trying to do other things, and basically, money is running out. So one thing I end up trying to do is see if I can, file a legal claim against the seller. So right now, to be honest, I'm still working on that. I talked to a few different people, a few different lawyers and stuff like that, and they were letting me know this is going to be an uphill battle. So right now, I'm living in Chicago. It's been raining a lot, and I'm gonna get a lot of rain in my front room if it happens to leak again. So I got to figure out a way to get this money, which is almost like $5,800 to get this roof fixed. So it's my mistake, man. It's my mistake, y'all. I'm rambling. I feel like I'm talking kind of fast. This is more therapeutic to me than I don't know if I'm teaching, if I'm giving any advice, any game. But this is more so me just having a moment. I'm vlogging. I'm getting these things off my chest. I'm starting to say how I feel and what I'm going through. Because I'm basically an entrepreneur. I've been cutting hair for the past 15 years. Plus, haven't had a job since I was probably in my teens. Like working for someone else. And right now I'm just working on elevating myself and how do you make it make sense. So it's been a lot of mistakes been happening. So that's with the house. One of the other things I did when I got my credit up, I purchased a Lexus truck. I had a Nissan, which my father actually helped me co-sign on again. So I appreciate you, Pops. You come in when you can. I know things is hard. You probably don't understand every single thing. The same thing with my mother. But y'all definitely been there for me. Come in when y'all can. So I'm definitely not one of them kids that didn't have a balance. That's why I feel to go to where I'm about to go to now. So that's my goal to do for my 2 kids. I got 2 kids also. It's to get them there to even more game. So with the Lexus or whatever, I end up getting a Lexus truck because I wanted to jump into Turo. Basically, I've been being a barber for so long, it been tearing my feet down, tearing my hands down, like my back. Just standing there cutting hair just for those couple of dollars a head is really not enough. I appreciate all the tips, appreciate helping people find their love of their life. You know, like you said, we help people. We help people. We give people their first haircut. We give people their last haircut. We there throughout your whole life, your whole journey. So I've been there. I've been appreciating that, but it never really poured back into me, you know, what I really needed from it, because, you know, I need to buy a shop. I need to, you know, own a product. I need to do more than just cut hair behind a chair. So I hopped into the Turo space. I bought this house because it had a full basement. You know, like I said, if y'all follow me, I was talking about getting a 2-flat. I bought this house because it had a full basement. That was my chance hopping to the Airbnb space. So as I've been hopping into these spaces, I've been working on making things make sense, and I've been making mistakes. What I was going to say with the Turo, my car ended up getting stolen in Turo. I'm going to do a whole video just on that, but this video is more of a free-flowing thing. I didn't write nothing down. I just want to get this out my mind, get it to the people, let y'all know I care, let y'all know I'm worried, I'm stressed, I go through things, and I still trying to keep a positive attitude. So anything I am trying to promote is that, you know, endurance and getting it done no matter what. Because it's been rough for me. Most of my friends, my family, people that know me, they've been having to lend a hand to me here and there, lend some advice, whatever, because they know it get tough for me, it get rough. So with Turo, they stole my car. They stole my car in Turo, you know. I definitely saw some red flags there. You know, speaking of the red flags that y'all probably seen on social media, I saw some red flags that I should have did way better at vetting the client. You know, I should have had a picture ID. You know, they showed me actually a temporary ID. You know, and basically it was only a 1-day trip. I wasn't thinking nothing of it. Like I said, I've been working on so many other different businesses, moving fast. I think I had a client, I was cutting their hair, so I just ran out to get in my car real quick. Boom. But where I messed up at more than anything is that I had a hard time getting my car back because I did not activate the tracker. Lexus got this thing called Lexus Inform Safety Connect, and you have to basically activate it yourself. I didn't know nothing about this. This is my first Lexus. I did not sit back and read the menu. I just driving and trying to make money. So long story short, I'm about to get ready to end this video right here. The moral of this is be patient, you know, work hard, take risks. Do things that you've never done before, but do your due diligence. But like I'm doing with myself right now, don't be hard on yourself. You know, it's a lot of things that we didn't get, you know, we didn't know. We didn't have a silver spoon. You know, our parents didn't understand entrepreneurism. They worked for companies. My dad just retired as a bus driver. He used to be driving for another company. He went to be driving for a bus driver. You know, and this is one of my little babies right here. What's up, man? I'm doing this little vlog right now. I'm doing this little vlog, but you know, you can say hey to the people or whatever, say something good or whatever, motivate them, tell them something nice.
I'm not having a good day. I don't know. Keep pushing. Only the strong survive.
Only the strong survive. Keep pushing. Like I was just saying, you know, things get tough, and you gotta basically just keep pushing through it. So I got you, mama. Let me finish this video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna call you right back. So that's what I try to do, man. We're going to do this raw, uncut, man. No stops, none of that, man. That's a great female friend of mine. You know what I mean? She dope, she creative, she doing things, young entrepreneur, you know, and we all going through stuff. It's not easy for nobody. We trying to learn how to pay the bills, stay consistent, and man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment. Anything y'all want to know about any of these businesses I've been tapping into, any other pieces or anything I went through, let me know. And stay positive, work hard, you know. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Enjoy the rest of your night, whichever way it do. If you're a guy, grab you something soft and squeeze on. If you're a lady, grab you something tough and lay under. Let's get money.